I think lead management in general is going to be far more omni-channel and adaptive to any type of communication.
Welcome to the Strategy with Jason podcast. Tune in for everything you need to know to stay in the know regarding the automotive industry. Here's your host, Jason Harris.
There's one place that I think it doesn't matter what type of dealership you are, where you're located in the world. All right, if there's literally one process that you could possibly innovate and really spend time innovating, it is the way that we manage leads. And probably the first problem is that we actually call them leads.
You know, like opportunities.
Exactly, right? You know, like I was an early dealer.com user, and I remember there was never a report that was called a lead report. It was a inquiry, or it might have been a form fill. It was like, here's how many forms got filled on your site, and here's how many people inquired, right? But it was never called a lead. It was just like, hey, someone's got a question, you need to go and answer it, right? But let's talk a little bit about lead management, the future. Let's talk about where you think it sits right now, and what do you think the future of lead management is?
I think there's so many different channels that a customer is willing to communicate on nowadays.
Yes.
And I think that's the difference with all of this technology coming out is you could talk to 80, 90% of the stores and say, what's your process? You know, phone call, text, email, video, right? And it goes out there as a normal, this is how we send it. There's automated emails, there's automated text messages, there's automated videos that go out, but we're not looking at all the different channels that a customer is willing to communicate on. I mean, even, you know, the previous auto group that I was with, we utilized DriveCentric, and DriveCentric has the rooms that you can set up a Zoom or a room within DriveCentric to have that walk around video, to have that different style of communication without the customer having to come into the store. I think lead management in general is going to be far more omni-channel and adaptive to any type of communication. So the customer may inquire or may want to communicate through WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger 100%. Or Snapchat or Instagram or normal text message or FaceTime or Zoom or any different way of communication. They're going to want to do that. And so I think lead management in the future goes towards more of a lot more broad approach, where it's going to be, at first, it will be more difficult for the salesperson, because now they're 4 items that they have to do when a lead comes in is going to turn into 10, right? They're going to have to go and check, is this person on WhatsApp? Is it on this? Is it on this? Because like I said, in the beginning, unfortunately, automotive is a little behind in technology. So we're not going to have all those integrations to be able to just populate all this data.
No.
And so it's going to be more taxing for the sales rep or BDC agent or internet manager to go in there and try to figure out what channel the customer is wanting to communicate on, which goes into the whole marketing. Like, where are you going to market now to try to attract customers that are going to be wanting to communicate in a different way? So lead management in the future is going to go far more into more of a broad omni-channel engagement.
Thanks for tuning in to the Strategy with Jason podcast with your host, Jason Harris. Don't want to miss new content? Be sure to check out the full podcast library at strategywithjason.com to stay in the know. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Happy podcasting.